we're too sober.
Yeah, we're too sober.
Too sober. Okay, let's fix that. Cheers.
Christmas tide on high, in the ballroom, don't magic light. Christmas tide on high, in the ballroom, don't. Christmas tide on
Happy New Year! So, how do you feel? Do you feel like a brand new person? For me, it started as a typical New Year's Day would start, which is a little delayed and a little bit hazy. But I'm here, I've had my coffee, I'm ready to go, well rested, and I'm excited about the new year. Hopefully, you guys are too. So, in today's video, I really just wanted to discuss a little bit about goals, maybe set some goals together for the new year, and yeah, just walk you through that process that I do. So let me backtrack here a bit. I've been writing goals for the past 15 years at least, and they've gone through many different phases in terms of being very elaborate and deconstructed by day, by week, by month, by year, by category. And so there's been many different approaches that I've tried. But in recent times and this year, I decided to just simplify it. And I'll walk you through the latest version that I have. But basically, I just chose 5 goals. I think that in general, when you set yourself up to just focus on just a few things, and really make sure that you do them well, then you have a better chance of success. So I've broken down these 5 goals essentially into different categories. So I have health and wellness, business and career, and love and relationships, and life goals. Now, of course, you can break your goals up if you choose into whatever categories make sense for you. And then I've also broken down these goals into quarterly goals. So what am I going to accomplish by quarter? So you guys may have heard of the term SMART goals. It stands for specific, measurable, actionable, achievable, realistic, and I believe like time sensitive, or like a time frame that you want to give your goals. So once you have your overarching goals listed out and broken out by quarter, then I like to take that upcoming quarter, so let's say Q1, which we're in now, January to March. Then I take those goals for the first quarter and I break them down into smaller actionable tasks. So for instance, if I want to work out consistently, I might then write down, okay, work out 5 times a week. And let's say I want to apply for a new job, then I will say, okay, apply to jobs or do job related tasks for 1 hour every day. So the next thing I want to talk about, I'm just going to look at my notes to make sure. So I'm very much a visual person. I love to put the pen to the paper and really see my goals, and for me doing that process really helps me to like solidify it in my mind. Like even if I never see the goals again, the fact that I wrote them down somehow like is ingrained in my memory. And I think they say that the action of like sight and then writing things down, and then it just kind of helps you remember whatever you want to like store in your memory better. So that's something I do. I definitely write down my overarching goals on a piece of paper, but you can use whatever method works best for you, or you can create like a vision board, whether it's one. Last year I put one made of like PowerPoint slides that I just printed up and hung it up on my wall, but you can like use magazine cutouts. You can do a digital one on Canva, for instance, like whatever approach works for you. But after I write down my overarching goals on a piece of paper that I essentially have access to all the time, and I usually have open in front of me just so that I can always kind of be able to refer to it if I need to. I also have moved these to a digital online like to-do list, and this has been a game changer. I use an app called AnyDo, and I think there's many others, but basically it just helps you to organize your to-do list and you can put them by category. You can put them by to put a time stamp or a deadline for your goals, and it's just a beautiful feeling that you can easily like just press a button and the task, once it's completed, goes away. Or if you made a mistake and you want to like move it to another category, or if you want to easily add another task, you can, and you can have like a bird's eye view of what are all your tasks that you have in total, how many you have per category, and like what have you set up for just today from all the different categories. So it's been a beautiful system, and it's really just helped me because before, as I said, I've been writing goals and I've been using basically a planner for the past 15 years religiously, and it just gets a little bit out of hand when you constantly have to write your tasks to-do list down, and you have to sometimes transfer it over from one day to the next, 1 week to the next if you don't get it done. So it can just be very time consuming. So I really have loved that approach. So I definitely recommend that to help you get organized and really to be working smarter, not harder this year. I think that was really like a theme for me in this last quarter of 2021. And yeah, it's about just making sure that we are maximizing our time. And then another tip that I wanted to give is to have an accountability mechanism. I like to share my goals with my friends, some of my close friends, and one of my friends, she's actually in California and I'm in Washington, D.C., but we have a monthly celebration call. That's what we call it. And basically, every month we decide on 2 to 3 goals for that month that we want to have and we want to achieve, and we then have a check-in call every month. And basically, whether we meet the goal or not, we celebrate, we talk through it, we talk about how we're feeling, like, you know, and it's really just more like a great check-in that you can have with your friend. And we don't make it like very high pressure, but basically it's nice to be able to kind of talk to someone who will hold you accountable in a loving way, but also like you help each other out, and it, by you just speaking your goals out loud to someone, it kind of helps you keep track of your goals. So another accountability tip that I want to give you guys is to schedule those smaller tasks for your goals in your calendar. I know that sounds very formal, but basically it really is effective, an effective reminder to make sure that you're on track to meet your goals for that quarter, for the year. So let's say one of our goals is to apply for jobs in Q1. So we want to then schedule applying for jobs or doing job related work 1 hour a day, and we will schedule that time. So maybe it's, you know, before work, first thing in the morning, like, you know, 7 to 8 a.m. or maybe it's in the evenings, you know, 6 to 7, however it works for you. But blocking out those chunks of time to focus on things that you will help you move forward in your goals for the year is very effective. Another thing is if you want to work out regularly, or that's something important to you for this year, you might want to set an alarm on your phone to remind you, okay, go to the gym, you know, whether it's 6 in the morning or, you know, 6 p.m. And another thing, I recently got the Apple Watch, and I just think having like a smartwatch and being able to track, okay, like I worked out today, or it'll help you also keep accountable because it like syncs with your phone, so you can keep track in a digital calendar, like how many days a week you worked out. But you can also do this on just like a a dry erase board, a piece of paper, whatever method works for you. But basically, scheduling your smaller goals will definitely help you stay on track. Okay, guys, so that is the bulk of all the tips that I have in terms of how to set goals for the new year in a way that's like not overwhelming, it's achievable, and it's, you know, something that you can really work towards for the year. So apart from that, I also wanted to share another thing. So this year with my friend, the one in California that I mentioned to you, we also discussed like a theme for the year. Like, what is our theme? And it's like, what is your mantra for the year? So for instance, this year, my mantra or my theme is audacity and consistency. So that's an overarching theme that I really want to make sure that I keep in mind as I'm going through all my goals. Like, I want to be able to make sure that I'm consistent, because that's an area that I struggle with sometimes, especially when it's things that are my personal goals but are not urgent, you know, but if it's a work related task, like, I'll be on it. But, you know, sometimes it's easier for us to put our goals on the back burner while we work on more immediate tasks at hand and for others. But this is just a good way for me to remember, like, okay, no, I have to be consistent in my personal goal. With that in mind, I want to share one of my goals. I mean, you have seen some of my goals already in this video, but one of my goals that really essentially will require me to be audacious and to be consistent is to write a cookbook. That is something that one of the things that I would like to do, and I think it would just be a fun thing to do, and you know, but it's not something that's urgent and has many steps involved, so definitely it will require me to be consistent. So I want you to share with me, what is your mantra and what is one goal that you have for this year that is exciting for you but also scary as hell. So let me know down below. And yeah, so that is all that I have for you. If you like this video, I would really appreciate that you give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and also hit the notification bell so that you can get a notification when I post. I will be posting on a daily basis because that is what I committed to doing. And what is my theme this year? It is to be consistent. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you very soon. Bye.